some things are worth doing even if they don't make a lot of sense. I was dropping off at the airport, and there was a guy wearing this hat. And I just commented that everyone says that the hat I was wearing is a cowboy hat, and it clearly isn't. It's a fedora. Now, it's a copy of a authorized copy of the Indiana Jones first Raiders of the Lost Ark hat. Now, this was a thrift store find. It was a little lower grade hat. It's wool felt, what's called crushable felt. So, well, hang on a minute. I got to do a little. So anyway, I mentioned to him that everyone thinks my fedora is a cowboy hat, where he's wearing a legit cowboy hat. And last night I wore a very similar hat, a genuine 4X Beaver Stetson. All these were thrift store finds. This one, I mean, yeah, people are honking at us because I got to move. He's getting out of a van. I just dropped my passenger. I needed to get out of there. And he said, well, hey, you want to trade? And I was like, why not? You know, because I have an actual licensed version of that. This particular thrift store find, someone before me had added a kind of a cool pheasant feather around the rim, and it was cool. I tons of compliments on that particular hat, but at a glance, this seemed like it was worth more. And just the general feel of it in the heat of the moment, in the dark, I would have swore that it was a beaver blend. I think it's a wool blend. I don't know. It's stiffer than I tend to like them. It's got, I don't know enough about hats to know, but I think it's like a fixative that they add to it to get it to hold its shape once you steam it. So I swapped hats. Meanwhile, somebody's honking at me, so I just take off, wave by him. He waves. He loves his hat. We take off. So I throw the thing on my head, and well, it's a little loose. I wear a 7 1/8, and this is 7 1/4. Now I might be able to adjust it slightly, but and it's not like I don't already have a black hat that's arguably nicer. But just for the sake of the story, it was well worth doing. It's two strangers meet for 5 seconds. No, don't have any time to make a decision. It's just yes or no. And I was like, I'm really glad I said yes, because people offer to buy my hats all the time. And normally I'm not selling them because I get them relatively inexpensively. But I can't ever replace them for anything close to what I find them for. The John B. Stetson genuine beaver hat I wore last night, I picked up for, I think, $35. It's not super vintage, but somebody had it a while. At that time, those hats were selling for probably $450. I think you can get them for just a little over $200, maybe $250 these days. But I mean, it's a serious hat. This one, so once I get, it's a now I've forgotten what the heck it is. It's a Cody James. So I'm looking it up, and apparently I don't know if it's a house brand for Boot Barn. It is made in the good old USA, which is cool. But I don't know. I think maybe I'll flip my way to a Crown Jewels or something. I'll just next time I run into somebody that is interested in a hat, maybe I'll swap hats with them again. See where this goes. Just seemed like a fun little thing. So I figured out what my problem was with having used up 512 gigabytes of video clips on my phone. I didn't actually use that much. For some reason, and I don't know when or how I did it, I've been sending everything to my internal storage, which normally I would notice on an old phone because you'd run out of storage really fast. This thing's got 62 gigs of internal storage, or 64, and I've used 62.8, which is why I can't get Adobe Rush to work. I can't, it's just a mess. I can't put clips together. I can't edit the way I would like to. And lately I've been just throwing clips up just because I got to delete them. And if I don't put them up there, they're just gone forever. So since then, I've got another chip to throw in here. While I sort all that out, I've also got an external drive that's like a terabyte, because I got to get this phone empty so I can go back to using the phone the way I was using it, which is for everything, period. I used to be kind of nerdy. I've got a laptop and a little netbook, and I haven't used either in years, and I don't know, maybe it's been a year. It's been a while. I bought I don't even know what I have. I think it's a AirBook, and I got somewhat familiar with it. I'm not real familiar with Apple stuff, but I've gotten to where if I can't do it with my phone, I just don't do it, because the phone's with me all the time. I've got a GoPro. I so far haven't uploaded anything that I've taken from the GoPro, because it's just, the phone's in my pocket. It does what I need it to do, including this live stream. So I need this available, because all too often I'm out of the car and I've got my phone in my hand and I see something and I shoot it, upload it, and I don't know. I almost need a second channel for stuff that I put more planning into, because the things like the restorations and furniture and stuff like that, but I haven't really been uploading any of that, because it's mostly car stuff, because I see cars all day, every day, because I drive and I'm everywhere. So anyway, I gotta adjust this, because these are bifocal sunglasses, because I can't read, to figure out how you finish this off. Well, it's live, but how the heck do I save it and get out? I guess maybe I just close it. Stop streaming. That's the answer. I don't know why some things aren't more intuitive. Probably is intuitive, just not to me.